driving Ubers super ratchet. Ratchet like ratchet.
Hello, everyone. Coming up here on Connect Now. What show we have for you? What a lineup we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna talk about this. Afroman beats the case. Afroman just won his case after invasion of privacy from a local sheriff's department. We'll talk about Afroman coming up here. Also, too, we'll talk about this confrontation between mentor and protege. Usher and Justin Bieber, both pop superstars, was in a confrontation at the Rock Nation after party. We'll talk about what's going on between them two and can they reheal their relationship towards each other. We'll talk about it coming up. Also, too, we'll talk about this. Michael B. Jordan last week won an Academy Award. Is Michael B. Jordan on the precipice of becoming one of the all-time greats like Denzel Washington, Steve Poirier, and a host of others? We'll talk about that as well. Plus, Tyler Perry with BET Plus, he sold his shares to Paramount, but everyone's talking about Tyler Perry's new relationship, and is this going to go further than many people going to think? We'll get there as well. And finally, we'll talk about this right here, Rodeo Houston. Rodeo Houston. A lot of people were dressed into the nines, but a lot of people thought it was inappropriate. We'll get to that coming up as we get Connect Now started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of of Connect Now. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here, alongside Brittany Shea. Brittany Shea, how you doing?
Doing good, doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm almost. Hey, it happens. So hey,
Oh,
we're here. We're here. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Connect Now here on Connect TV in our platforms. Like we say on this program, hit that subscribe button and be notified. So, Brittany Shea, let's get started with this. Let's get started with the what's trending.
Spiritual connection. I'm here to take over. Get used to it.
Your personality was not like this a few years ago.
It's a calling by the universe.
We can talk about that later, but
All right, on what's trending. What's trending right now is Afroman. Afroman, Brittany Shea won the case from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department. Brittany Shea, what's your whole thoughts on Afroman winning a lawsuit brought to him by Ohio Sheriff's deputies?
I just think it all just boiled down to racism and freedom of speech because, like, he did nothing wrong. Like those people came and broke and entered in his house and trying to act like they trying to serve a warrant and
Mhm.
for kidnapping and I guess for drug related things. And he
Mhm.
had nothing of the sort. He didn't have no kidnap victim. He didn't have no drugs. And
Yeah.
then they came and stole, took his money, and then extorted money of $400. And somebody looked like they wanted some lemon pound cake. You know, hell, I like lemon pound cake too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, since you brought that up, let's get a little snippet, director, of what Afroman was talking about. Let's take a look.
Mhm.
All right, we heard from Afroman about lemon pound cake. British Shade, you made mention of it. Here's another thing that he had put. Let's put that a little quick, right quick.
Randy Walters is the son of a bitch. Ooh, yeah, that's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich. Ooh, yeah.
All right, we heard from Afroman. Really, Chad, when you first made mention to it, I was kind of like, "What's she talking about, Afroman?" So I watch Roland Martin, and then that's when all this came about. I was like, "What the world is this?"
Right, because I was stunned. I was like, what is all this going on? And but then again, it's like he has freedom of speech. If he want to, write a song or air out his grievances, he can. He has the right. And then for them to want to sue him for defamation and this, that, and the third because you was getting made fun of locally in whatever city y'all live in, oh well, tough, take it on the chin because y'all did wrong, and you know you did wrong. And then too, what got me was y'all brought more attention to it. Didn't nobody know what was going on with Afroman in this case and situation, but now it's like millions of eyes are tuned in, millions of people know about the situation. So, like they said, it's this Barbara Streisand something I had research and looked into. So you
Yeah.
make it so small, so big now because your blatant racism, your ignorance. You see what I'm saying? And it just all backfired on you. And Afro Man won and was successful in the end. Oh well. Tough times.
I mean, it was just wild and crazy to think that they'll come raid his house, and then you see the officer trying to look at his cake, want a piece of that cake.
Yeah.
Afro Man made it like a rap thing too. But you know, many people may know who Afro Man is, some may not. Afro Man used to had that top chart hit because I got high. He looked pretty younger back then, but now Afro Man, he got a little bit older now, so I mean
Older and wiser.
that's what it look like. But let's listen to a snippet of Afro Man saying about his rights. Let's take a look.
Have freedom of speech. I should be allowed to sing about my life. And police officers that violate my home, steal my money, should not be allowed to sue me.
In August of 2022, Adams County deputies raided the home of Joseph Foreman, better known as the rapper Afroman. They had a search warrant tied to an investigation into possible drugs and kidnapping victims.
They didn't charge me for any crimes. They didn't find no large amounts of marijuana or whatever narcotic they were saying. They didn't find any kidnapping victims.
Afroman was never charged with a crime after the raid. Deputies seized thousands of dollars in cash that was later returned, but Afroman says about $400 was never recovered. The raid also left damage throughout his home, and he says the department told him it was not responsible for paying for the repairs.
The guy started laughing and waddling his head. He goes,
All right, you heard that from that news affiliate about Afroman, about his rights, about someone kicked his door, like he said, and didn't want to pay back. Brittany Shay, do you think police, if they made a mistake, should they offer or get reimbursement? Should Afroman get reimbursement back for the police kicking down his property?
I feel like he should, but he's not going to because they try to put clause like for police and ambulance that, you know, if they mess up or damage any property or anything like that, it's no liability to them. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like they should have done the right thing and paid for that man's door and all this stuff that got broken, kicked down because he wasn't found on. He was found innocent on anything. He didn't do nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they not gonna do it. They low down.
That's why they'll get what that's coming to them down the road as well.
Yeah.
But let's look at this. Afroman walked in the courtroom, and just look at the reactions of the sheriff's department. Let's take a look. So you saw Afroman, Brittany Shay, coming in, walking in with that mink coat, that white mink coat.
Oh, that's right. Let
And
them know.
It ain't no big deal, but I mean, they should have just paid for that man's expense. If they gonna kick your door, I'll tell them, like, I'll just take you to court. I'll just get some silver or something.
Yeah,
if I don't get it in, small claims court or something. I'll get my money some way, somehow.
exactly. Get it from in the back end. But they gonna get their karma for that. And then the judge, I feel like the judge was kind of biased towards the police officers. When you supposed to be fair. But yeah, all of them gonna get what's coming to them. But because and then like Afroman was just being Afroman regardless of the situation. Like he wasn't gonna change or dress down himself. So kudos to Afroman.
All right, kudos to him. All right, we move on to another situation, Brittany Shay. Let's move on to this right here. Justin Bieber and Usher We know that both are worldwide pop singers, but at the Oscars, there was somewhat of a confrontation between both of them. Justin Bieber feels that Usher didn't protect him enough around Diddy and didn't get exposed enough, but Usher didn't try to reflect back and nothing. He felt like he kind of made some regrets, but at the same time, Usher didn't want to apologize and did it. And Justin Bieber would want him to apologize. What's your whole thoughts on this friendship that once were partnering friendship now has turned sour?
Yeah, because I know I followed Justin Bieber career from the very beginning. Usher was his mentor, and was guiding him through the industry or whatever. So I don't know what the situation may be, but they just need to work it out. If he could work out with Chris Brown, he could work it out with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but then when you got Diddy involved, and I think I can look at Justin Bieber's side saying, "Hey, you supposed to be my guardian for a couple of hours, but then you let me be guardian around Diddy." At that time, many people didn't know Diddy was acting wild and freaky and stuff. We knew about his parties, we just didn't know how freakier they got until now.
Right. I don't. I feel like you said, Diddy might be in the center of the issue. And then too, like you just showed that picture, so they've been around each other before that issue. So who knows? I just think it is something they got to work out amongst themselves, or either
Yeah,
they, hey, spirit, don't you ain't got to deal with nobody like that. Y'all. Some things, some relationship and things was for a reason, for a season or years, and you just part
yeah,
ways. You wish them the best and go about your way,
yeah.
and then
All
they
right.
just cross paths. That was it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No. Move on to that situation. Also, too, Showtime Apollo host Kiki Shepard, Brenda Shea,
Hmm.
had passed away. Kiki Shepard was the hostess of the mostest at the Showtime Apollo alongside Steve Harvey. I remember him with her with Steve Harvey, um, and Mark Curry a little bit, but mainly Steve Harvey. She
Yeah.
passed away. What's your thoughts on Kiki Shepard and her impact?
Rest in peace to her, because she was very pivotal and very well known for the Apollo. I remember watching the Apollo when I was younger, when it used to come on TV. So yeah, she was the face of it, just like Don Cornelius was the face of Soul Train. She was the face of the Apollo.
It was Steve Harvey. Show your love.
Oh
Kiki,
yeah,
Kiki, Kiki Shep, Kiki Shepard. Come out here and give. And she used to put what she used to do. You know what I'm talking about? She did this right here. Put her hand over your head and let the
oh
crowd
yeah,
decide what they
yeah. Oh, who they like?
what they want. Yeah,
That was the
she will.
brutal crowd. They didn't play that.
Nah, they booed the hell out of Lauren Hill one time.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, but hey, but rest in peace to Kiki Shepard. Also, too, Michael B. Jordan, Brendan Shea wins Best Actor at the Academy Awards. Brendan Shea had to be a pivotal moment. Let's show that picture of Michael B. Jordan with his Oscar, winning the Academy Award for his Oscar. What a moment it was. I was waiting for it, and I kind of saw it. I said, I know he's going to win. They just going to wait till like last minute, almost close to the end of the show. But he won, Brendan. He won for Sinners, playing Smoke and Stack
Mm-hmm.
in Sinners. And he really showed that video.
That ain't your brother.
Smoke and Stack right here. Michael B. Jordan right here, winning his first Academy Award. And then Sinners also played it, winning best writing and all that stuff. So Sinners, Brendan Shea
Original
could have,
screenplay by Coogler.
yeah. What
Yeah,
you said?
I said original screenplay for Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, it was still writing.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to say what the award was, and then I think two other people won too. Right? I think this white guy who was Ryan Coogler's classmate or something, he won for the score. So the songs and music we was hearing, it was all due to him too. I feel like Dennis was very a collaborative. movie. But Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, of course, Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, this would make like their third, fourth movie together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Working together. So it's like Spike Lee and Denzel Washington. You know
yeah,
how you find that doctor or that person that you friends with and then you just work with them for life. You see what I'm saying? Almost. So
yeah.
I them continue on doing great things to come. Um, I'm happy for Michael B. Jordan. I follow Michael B. Jordan from Hardball, from All My Children, to the movies he's been in. I follow his career, so I can say I'm a big fan of Michael B. Jordan, and he do kind of remind me of Denzel Washington, just kind of generation. But I hate to say it, but I love Denzel, so ain't nobody gonna be topping Denzel now. But he can be like a close second. You know what I'm saying? So when I done watched Sinners like at least 5 times, so he did a great job playing two twins, and they were both distinctive characters and personalities. So kudos to him, and it was definitely deserved.
Okay. Well, it was well deserved, and if I mean, it's been almost about a year, right, since it
Yeah,
came out. So I mean,
yeah, came out last year around this time. I think it was March or April.
I think it
But
was
I
April.
yeah, but I remember when I saw like the the preview for it in the trailer. I said, "Oh, I got to go see that in the theater."
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think me and mama had went to go see it.
yeah.
And then after that, I watched it on on HBO and YouTube, whatever. I done saw it like 3 times. I mean, 3 or 4 times or 5 times. I done watched that movie so many times. I can't keep up.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations, Mike B. Jordan went to some burger shack and
In
got
and
his
out.
ate a burger. And then a lot of people saying Lori Harvey fumbled with Michael B. Jordan.
Um, I wouldn't say she did because you could say they could look at it like, oh, she fumbled because he done came up won an award, but if that's not your person, that's just not your person. You know,
Yeah.
you can't force nothing. I feel like he'll find someone. She found dancing, so she doing all right for herself. So Michael B. Jordan, he'll find someone too.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess he thought that was gonna be the one he settled down with. But sometimes rejection is protection. So.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. We move on to water cooler talk. All right, on water cooler talk. Brendan Shea. We've been talking about Tiana Taylor at the Academy Awards. Let's hear that little argument, that little spat she had at the Academy Awards. Let's take a look.
You're a man putting your hands on a female. Go backstage. It's very rude. Put over a little bit. Because he's putting his hands on a female. What are you doing? He literally shoved me. He wasn't even her. He was damn near shoving her. He just said us in the same. Shove us in what? Everybody's still happy. Everybody's happy the same time.
All right, Brendan Shea. Tiana Taylor saying that someone was pushing her and showed her security guard. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, Tiana Taylor is Tiana Taylor. Like, I don't blame her. Like, I would vocalize that too. Like, you have to let a person know where they went wrong with you. Like, you was very disrespectful, trying to push and shove on me. It don't take all that. You see what I'm saying? Especially a man
Mhm.
doing it to a woman that was very disrespectful, uncalled for. So I don't blame her for calling that out. You got to stand up for yourself, and no one else does. You do it for yourself. And then it's
Right.
always looked at as aggressive or like this or that when a black woman does it. Like, like we can't say nothing or do nothing. We looked at being too loud, too much, too assertive, too aggressive, this, that, and the third. But it's not even like that. We just have to stand up for ourselves, period, and not take and tolerate no disrespect. It's all about boundaries and respect at the end of the day. It don't matter who it is.
Right. Right, no person should get disrespected, but like you said, like Michael Ann said, a black woman always the main one getting disrespected. So we always gotta like protect our black women from
Mm-hmm.
like people don't have no respect for themselves or nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So Tim Taylor, and then two, pick back on that. It's on. If you want to watch Viral to get more in depth, what's going on with that? It's on Viral, so it's available now. So watch it from there. Okay, we move on to this right here, Brendan Shea. Tyler Perry says goodbye to BET Plus as he sold his shares to BET Plus Paramount. So Tyler Perry, it won't be no BET Plus no more. All that content is gonna be moving towards Paramount Plus. So Paramount Plus even brought CNN, all that stuff. HBO, I don't know what they're gonna do with HBO Max, but I think all they're gonna be converted to Paramount Plus. What's your thoughts on that? Tyler Perry selling his shares. There ain't gonna be no longer BET Plus coming up this summer.
Yeah, I just think it's all part of that collaboration with the media that Republican it's what his name? It's a man that's trying to buy up all
David Ellison.
yeah, trying to buy up all the damn media companies, all that, trying to have like control over the media and television, TV, and movies and stuff.
That's what I'm
But
saying. What's that? I mean, go ahead, Bridget.
nobody want to be let me tell you what's gonna happen. Change if they try to change programming or change this and that, people ain't gonna be for that shit.
No.
Because it still need to be freedom of speech regardless of your political beliefs and religious belief.
Right.
Yeah, a right to media. That's First Amendment. Come on now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why the Ellison family even listened to Donald Trump. And then I think Pete Hegseth made some smart remark about talking about CNN. They're gonna really change their views. They're gonna listen to our views and stuff. I'm like, you can't do that because they'll be like you trying to be a dictatorship, just like they do in China and Russia. You can't do that over here.
Right, trying to be like all propaganda and stuff. Nobody got time for that. If that be the case, folks would just stop watching the damn news. You're not finna make CNN like Fox News, bitch. Sorry. If that's the case, we ain't watching none of that shit.
You know what I'm saying? You can't stop media from telling what they want to say. So I mean,
truth. Or what are they version of the truth? You know, but I feel like most truth be on TikTok. Shit. It will look like you be telling the truth on TikTok.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of Tyler Perry may have found a new love life. I think this might be his beard. This is what I'm thinking. But it looks like Marlo from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's what everybody want to know. Let's look at this footage right here, and you be the judge. All right, Brittany Shay, you saw a little glimpse of that. Is Marlo trying to be Tyler Perry's new boo or his beard?
Child, I don't know. Shit, Marlo look like she down with the gays, so I don't know. I really don't know. I feel if Tyler Perry not fully gay, he probably bisexual. Child, I don't know, but we gonna see how this go. But one thing about Marlo love a man with money, child. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke nickels.
Yep. All right. Then too, we go on to this right here quickly. Actor Chuck Norris, martial arts Chuck Norris, passed away at the age of 86. Brenda Shay, what do you remember about Chuck Norris?
The only thing that I'm gonna give credit to a Texas Ranger. Other than that, I seen a lot of videos about Chuck Norris, and baby, he ain't all that to me. The only thing I like was the Texas Ranger. That's it. But as far as his career, but him as a person, I don't know.
Oh damn! But then they said he was in the best of health.
He was in who?
The best of health. Like, look at here. This is what he did last week.
They always say that people that
I don't
like
age.
that get a
I level up.
boost of energy and stuff be on their way out the door. If I read, I said,
Oh, for real?
yeah, they were they saying that they get this whole boost of energy and it's jail for life. They be on their way out the door. And when I saw, I said,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. Okay, well, I mean, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. I mean, all I know from Chuck Norris, like he said, Rocket Texas Ranger. Um, and then people like Dad said, he battled Bruce Lee. I didn't know he battled Bruce Lee on a movie. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. Well, I looked back and said, oh, that's Chuck Norris when he was younger. But I talked about it on Pro Wrestling Show that he did something with WWE way back then. But you gotta watch that to see what I'm talking about. But
Mhm.
it's Chuck Norris. All right, and we get to the finale on here. We get to the moment of the week. All right, on the moment of the week. On the moment of the
Damn, is it on there?
yeah, it's on there. It came on there quick.
I missed it. Hell, what was it?
Show again, director.
I don't see no video.
No, I'm saying it's the moment of the week.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right, the moment of the week was Rodeo Houston. Many people, Rodeo Houston, British Shea was like the whole town get together and for family friendly. But this time, people started coming to Rodeo Houston dressing a little bit inappropriate and making their own version of Freaknik in Atlanta.
Inappropriate.
So I guess Beyonce started all that with that cowboy collar stuff. But these
But
are
Beyonce
photos.
and no booty shorts like that. Even though they did cowboy cards
Ooh,
more fashionable. See, they was out
well,
there as some hoes. It was black, like they said, it wasn't just all black women, white women, Hispanic women, all of them which I had their asses out.
yeah, but she see this little bit more appropriate, but everybody else was dressing like. And then show that black woman again. That black woman right here, she dressing appropriate.
Yeah.
But I guess you
All them
saying
heels.
this one right here. God, you showing out.
All them damn stank ass BBLs hanging out and folks having all their asses out. This is a family event. Nobody want to see that. I could see if they went to like a personal rodeo for adults, then yeah. But that's still saying that you thriving and striving for attention. To me, it's like when you want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh,
then you might be possibly male centered because you want to be seen. Like doing all that, like take all that. It's ways you can be cute and sexy and still have clothes on now. And
now let's hear from. Go ahead, Brenda.
I'm glad that they had implemented a dress code now.
No, okay. Say that one more time. Say it one more time about the dress code.
I said they had to implement dress code.
Let's show the dress code right here, right quick. This is the dress code right here. Look at the dress code. They said shirt and shoes required. No obscene graphics or language. No over revealing outfits. I guess you're talking about like showing your breasts and stuff.
Yeah,
No gang related clothing symbols. No face coverings with a set. What do they mean, like masks or something?
yeah, kind of like them Pooh Shiesty masks. No mask go over your face, covering your eyes and face and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, this was the dress code. This the new dress code that they implemented after all hell had broke loose.
Yeah, they did right because hell, you gotta have some type of class and decorum going on.
Well, Brittany Shea, it's been I guess there's a TikToker that was on here, and I think she's more male centered. Let's hear what she had to say
I don't care what
about it.
anybody says, but what I wore to the Houston Rodeo should have been the least of y'all concern. And I told myself I wasn't going to respond to the negative comments, but I'm going to put this out there because I'm going to defend myself since I'm getting so many nasty, hateful, and really mean comments. So this was the outfit I wore, and I posted a walking video, and for some reason it ended on the wrong side of TikTok, and now I'm being personally attacked for it. Number one, I was wearing American Eagle shorts to the rodeo. I did not search up butt cheek shorts. I did not get any shorts from a boutique. I got them from American Eagle, and I know a lot of people shop there. Number two, my behind was not out. When you're walking, obviously things are going to rise up, which happens to me because I am not slim. I am not skinny in the back. Naturally, when I walk, things rise up. I did not buy those shorts so that they could rise up on the back of me. If we want to actually be specific, I sized up in those shorts. Those shorts were created by American Eagle like that. I usually wear a size 4. Those shorts are a size 6. And I'm bringing the receipts. These are the shorts, and as you can see, it is a size 6. So I had sized up in these shorts because I didn't want them to be too short. This was my first time not only going to Houston, Texas, but also going to the rodeo. I had asked somebody who lives in Houston, Texas, what I should wear to the rodeo. What are the kind of things people wear? They told me shorts, a top, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat, which is exactly what I was wearing. I did not intend to be there to disrespect anybody's family or think it was a family event and that's the way I was going to dress there to be disrespectful. No, I just wore that outfit to the carnival and had a great time. Got on rides, I got food, and nobody had a problem when I was there. So crazy though, because I bet y'all if another woman who probably didn't have the same shape as me or wasn't the same color as me was wearing the exact same outfit, you guys would not feel the same way. And like I said, it was my first time going to the rodeo, first and last. But you guys could have easily educated me nicely without being very rude, disrespectful, coming for my life, coming for my family's life, and saying nasty things. That's the problem with the world today. Mind you, you guys have bigger problems to focus on. My outfit should have been the least of y'all concern. People were fighting at the rodeo. People were getting stabbed at the rodeo. They literally had to close it down. But you guys decide that my outfit is the biggest topic of discussion with the way the world is going right now. And that is the problem. A lot of y'all can get on the internet and say very hurtful and disrespectful things, but when it's time to speak up about important things, y'all have nothing to say. And if we really want to talk about it, there were outfits people were wearing that were completely inappropriate. My whole top is covered. I have no cleavage out, and I was walking, so my shorts were riding up, but no, my whole behind was not out. Because trust me, if my whole behind was out, y'all would have known it. There's way more back there. Anyway, for the people who educated me nicely about it, I really appreciate your comments. And for the people who were calling my outfit cheap, yes, it was cheap. Why the hell would I be wearing an expensive outfit to be outdoors at a carnival? But one thing's for sure, two things for certain, don't ever call me cheap. Do your research before you say something about somebody. Go take a look on my Instagram, go take a look at my lifestyle, go take a look at my profession before you try and comment things coming from my life, because I promise you, a lot of the people that were saying the most nasty things, y'all will never level up to me in real life. Anyways, I hope you guys stay blessed, and I hope this teaches a lot of y'all to think before you speak. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but what you're not gonna do is come and make me seem like I'm the biggest problem out there when y'all have a whole bunch of problems. Think about the people who were getting beat up at the carnival. Was that appropriate for children? No. I'm over there enjoying my time, taking a couple cute pictures, and I just so happen to be thick. That is not a crime though. Stay blessed and do better. Hope this helps. Bye, babes.
All right, you heard from Sister Soldier about huh?
I said I could give her some grace from her point of view of what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like she at least to take accountability and just say what all that happened, what was going on. She wasn't gaslighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got this little one more short clip. We'll be done.
I bought these clothes and this I paid to come here and this and that, and ain't nobody gonna be telling me what to wear. Let me share something with you. You shouldn't want to have all this breast and ass hanging out. You shouldn't want to. You see children around, but I know quite sure a lot of y'all dress like this around your own kids, so you don't see no problem with it.
All right, there was some lady agreed with you, Brittany Shay, and the girl too. I guess everybody just got to follow the new dress code now.
Yeah, it is what it is. Some people ruin this. One spoiled egg or whatever, however it goes, ruin the whole bunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So damn if you do, damn if you don't. It always gonna be somebody that's gonna fuck it up for everybody. So that's basically what it is. And then like the other girl said, I can understand if she's, thicker in the hips and stuff, her shorts might ride up, So she gave a good explanation. But you got some people that intentionally do that stuff for attention. So it's like a double-edged sword.
You see a lot of out-of-towners and stuff that just came out there. And the people
from Spring Breakers to Mama Tina Gumbo to damn Houston Rodeo. Houston definitely had a problem. The past 2 weeks, it's been all eyes on Houston.
Yeah. All right. The fourth largest city in America. All right. So we're going to end Connect now. So for Brittany Shea, I've been your host, Kitty Dick, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of Connect Now.
Peace.